Today's video is sponsored on Patreon by Alex Dykes. Ognis versus Kozilek. Gonna have to hope that we can go more quickly than them here. We will keep that. Haste should allow us to go more quickly. So instead of going for the tap land on turn 1, let's go for Amulet of Vigour. And that will allow all of our tap lands to come in untapped. Obviously in here for our treasures mainly, but it does work with lands and creatures as well. Vesuva entering, just copying a tiger. And they've got themselves a Mox Opal as well with no other artifacts. Okay, Nature's Law, that is really good actually. So we'll go for the Tricycle land. And untapping that with the Amulet of Vigour. Allows us to go Nature's Law, we'll get in an untapped land. Might as well just play a Shock here. And then after that it is Gingerbrew. And this is going to near enough be an unblockable creature as long as we can put the mana into it. Cavern of Souls, likely naming Eldrazi for obvious reasons. And a Hedron Crawler, so if they can get into another artifact that will switch on the Mox Opal. Okay, Chatterfang is really nice. I don't know if maybe we should just forego the Bow of Nylea, get our commander in, then Chatterfang, and then go for Wheel of Fortune. Don't want to draw my opponent too many cards with a Wheel of Fortune. So getting a Shock land into play again, and untapping that, we'll go for our commander. And then swing in with 2 hasters. We are going to get the treasures in untapped, although we don't have any 2-mana spells here. Seagate Wreckage now. Only activate if you have no cards in hand. Alright, and there's the artifact they needed, so Moon Silver Key. And sacrificing that for a different artifact. Probably a Soul Ring or Mana Vault, something like that you would think. It is Mana Crypt that they've gone for. And that allows them into Chromatic Lantern, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So still a couple away from the Kozilek, thankfully. Get into a Mana Crypt of our own, so we can actually probably just do everything here. Is it wise to go Wheel of Fortune when they've got 3 cards in hand? Anyway, we'll get out the Mana Crypt. Throw down Chatterfang as well. Doesn't have haste, but I like the idea of getting a load of squirrels into play. And we'll probably kill off a squirrel to take them down a mana. So with that, we'll turn in sideways, make a couple of treasures again, untapping those with the amulet. And obviously get the squirrels, like I said. I'll kill off the Hedron Crawler now with Chatterfang and sacrificing a squirrel, just so they can't block any damage that's coming in. It's noteworthy that they do have a forest in play thanks to copying the tiger, so Chatterfang will be able to get straight through, could be useful with cranial plating. Alright, I actually accidentally F6 through the turn there. I was going to get out the Bow of Nylea and forego the wheel. Our opponent was being really slow there, but decided to carry on playing the game. I thought they'd scooped on us, gone AFK. That's a City of Traitors, so tapping that for 2 mana, they'll go down a land for it though. Okay, and a Manascape Refractor. That is a lot of abilities. It has all the activated abilities of all lands on the battlefield, alright. Another hasty thing here. Yeah, so maybe we just swing in with a bunch of hasty stuff and then draw into some stuff with Wheel of Fortune. So only 3 of the creatures have haste. So we get 3 tokens, 3 treasure tokens and 3 squirrels. And it's a risky play, but we'll go for the Wheel of Fortune. We only discarded the 1 card there, I think, so that is 1 damage to each opponent from the Buccaneer. Allows us to play a land for the turn. Oh, Fiery Confluence. Yeah, that'll really hurt our opponents, so have to go Fiery Confluence here, I think. Blowing up all 3 artifacts on the right, and I dare say that that wins us the game here. I'll upgrade 2 of the treasures into 1 land from Farseek. And then we're just holding up Assassin's Trophy, I think. Our opponent may well be able to ramp into their commander still. We've still got some removal for Mana Vault or something like that. They tap this down for mana and then play themselves an Ancient Tomb, okay. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, still don't quite have Kozilek mana. Oh, and actually they can't tap this down for mana, can they? Because they don't have Metalcraft. They throw out a Mox Diamond. Discard a Thespian Stage, and then following that up with a Mystic Forge, so they switch their Mox Opal on. There is a Lotus Petal, followed by Voltaic Key, which isn't particularly good with only artifacts in play that tap for 1. 1 mana away from getting their commander online though. Exiling the top card of the library with the Mystic Forge. That was a Gaia Reach Sanitarium, so they must have a land in play, or a land in hand that they can go for next turn. And yeah, that's the mana that they need. So Sisay's Ring, this is exactly why I didn't want to risk going for the wheel, but it did pan out well for us, being able to wipe out some artifacts. Untapping Sisay's Ring with the Voltaic Key, so they float a mana with that, taking them up to 3 mana available. And with this creature, we'll actually have exactly enough mana on them, so yeah, this has been a pretty close call, because we'd be seeing Kozilek next turn. We'll play Liquimetal Torque as well. Don't think they'll be able to get rid of any artifacts. Alright, that could be relevant. Ornithopter of Paradise is going to be able to block, unfortunately. So we'll have to go Assassin's Trophy onto that, just so that they've got one less blocker. I think we've got them next turn, thanks to the removal in our hand. Does get them another land into play, assuming that they're running the Wastes, which you would assume they're running at least a few of those, yeah. A basic Waste coming into play. Just another land for us, so let's go for the Brushfire Elemental. Now this does have haste. We will play and crack a Fetch, just to help buff that up. It goes up by +2/+2 on landfall, and then hopefully swinging for lethal on our opponent. Yeah, our opponent scoops there. I was going to go for the discard and draw here, get rid of both of those lands, so we would have drawn into 2 mystery cards. I don't think the client is going to bother to show us. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But could have landed an extra couple of points of damage on there with the Buccaneer, because it does trigger on discard, so I think it was likely that we were going to get them regardless. But that was a much closer game than it looked like, because like I said, we were seeing the big Eldrazi next turn. Hopefully you all enjoyed this visit to Ognis, and you can check out the deck list in the description. You can check out a link to Patreon in the description as well. Massive thank you to the patrons for supporting the channel. I'm tribalkai. Thank you for watching.